I'm abysmal.
But yeah, I was like, right, screw trap, burn trap. And honestly, for starters, like for starters, we don't know that. Secondly, like it's just a skin. Who cares?
Yeah.
And to further extend this, I think Vanny could also potentially work as either a Legion skin or an Afton skin, since he is using a knife. So why the hell not? You know what? It's appeared like 5 or 6 times now, so why not? Seriously, Scott, the amount of times that he has done something with Into the Pit is kind of silly. Like, it was a book, it's a second book now, and it's a game adaptation. And since he wants to adapt those original books, well, not the original ones, but the Fast vs. Frights books into like a Goosebumps type series, we're probably going to see it again in a couple years. So I say, fuck it, why not? And there are some I want to just dismiss. I've seen some people say that Mango could be a skin. Oh, who was it? In fact, I actually have an argument for that one working better. Because I've seen people argue, it's like, what about the UVX thing that Unknown shoots out? Honestly, just make it some wiring. Could 100% work. Could 100% work. And obviously, Dredge could be Molten Freddy. I know people have said Blob. And first off, I'm not calling it Tangle. That's a stupid name. Secondly, I don't think Blob is a big enough player in FNAF yet. Plus, the thing's fucking massive. Like, I feel like Molten Freddy fits a lot better. And plus, it goes with the theme a bit more. Like, hell, I would accept doing just a bunch of random animatronic parts on Dredge. And I'd buy those things. I'd buy all these skins, by the way. I'd have to buy the Dredge to buy these skins, but I would do it. But like, man, them adding FNAF is just an infinite money glitch for behavior. Like, I know people are like, oh, but there's not all these things, so it's not going to do that well. And I always say this, but FNAF fans, we dedicated. Like, FNAF AR made a bunch of money, and that game was extremely predatory. And you know, I'll admit it, I spent a lot of money. In fact, I can tell you the official amount. You want to know how much money that I poured into that game over the years?
Which game is it?
FNAF AR. Because you know I don't really do microtransactions that much. Very rare for me to do. Yeah. You want to know the official amount that I can recall off the top of my head that I ended up spending on that game?
Let me guess. It has to be over 100.
It is. Over 100, but under 1,000.
It has to be. All right. Let me guess. Around 500.
$849.
Ooh.
Give or take. It was somewhere around there. And someone's going to ask, why? Why would you do that? Wallet. Golden Freddy ate my wallet that day.
Why would you do that? Well, it sucks when a phone, a phone AR game has cool ass skins that are actually somewhat unique and make characters look cool. It sucks ass.
And for once, I'm glad I'm talking about FNAF AR. I never thought I would say that. But literally, any skin for Afton in that game, there you go. There's a new skin for you. Like, there's literally a skin where he's on fire. You telling me that people aren't going to buy that?
Skins?
Oh, dude, yeah. He has like an Aztec one. Like, hell, you could base some of his skins off, like, Bonnie skins. which, I think they look different enough that I wouldn't really want that. But I'd still buy it over spending another $800 on FNAF AR. Partially because, the game's dead as shit.
Yeah. You can't even access it anymore, so I mean, you can't even play it. The servers are dead.
Yep. So they took my $800 and probably way more money from other people that had way more patience for that stuff. And by patience, I mean I just ended up getting Golden Freddy after like $300 was spent. If it was even $3, it was probably closer to that. Well, the last thing they added was Funtime Freddy and Bon Bon, I believe. Lefty never got added. He was just complete and sitting in the fucking files, but he never got added. So, And while I'm still on FNAF AR, I know someone's going to be like, well, if you're like spending that much money, you must have had a lot of friends on that game. I had 0 friends. I was spending all that money for me. Like, you think I'm going to have friends on that game when it literally goddamn doxes you?
Like, damn, this is where this idiot is.
Yeah, which is why I haven't played the new one. I like the new fan-made version. Is I gave it a whirl, and it's immediately like, oh, we need access to your map. And I'm like, this is the problem I had with the original one. Is that because it's like, oh man, I love playing FNAF games. Oops, now I'm doxxed. Everyone can find where I live now. Ain't that nice? Why, damn.
There he is. Get him.
He said that Security Breach is a better game than AR. Which, spoilers. It is.
It is.
Because you know what? A shit was given with Security Breach. And you know what? Security Breach didn't charge me $800. Yeah, there's a bunch of skins that they could pull from FNAF AR. Like, the 3 that I can recall off the top of my head, which is only because of that Dawko meme, is, like, he's got a skin where he's on fire, Aztec. He's got one where he's just covered in, like, purple mucus.
Purple. Yeah.
Yeah, and
purple poisonous stuff.
Yeah, and you can turn him into clown. Because why not?
Mm-hmm.
DVD don't got enough of those. Which, to be fair, pretty sure they only have one. So, I guess my point does hold up. Point is, even if we're just talking exclusively about Afton, and he's only getting skins based off what he has shown to look like and stuff, there are a lot of options. And I can't move on from FNAF, from skins yet, without mentioning the possibility of a blighted skin.
Like, blighted Afton is gonna be freaking.
Like, I know, like,
obviously was gonna have a heart attack over that. I guarantee.
Like, obviously, it depends from license to license. Like some characters, despite being in the game for years, still don't have blighted skins, and it's because licensors said no. And that's just kind of all there is to it. Like, an example is that Alien has a fuck ton of skins. Like, and 2 of them are just original creations. Xenomorph has a blighted skin, and it got a skin recently that I haven't seen a lot of, because I don't pay much attention.
Chrysalis.
Yeah, Chrysalis, yeah. Which, from my knowledge, is just a completely unique design for the Alien, because it's with the theming of what that rift was. And obviously, and while the design is obviously FNAF 3, like for the base model for Afton, I think Scott would actually be willing to let them create a blighted design. Especially if we push for it. And when I say push, I mean calmly want it. Like, just make it aware that this is something you want. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me if it's already in development.
Because Scott is actually kind of as if you could tell with AR, Scott is kind of okay with characters having skins.
Yeah, okay. Like, honestly, 'cause I don't think he really had anything to do with AR, aside from just approving initial stuff. And probably approving skins, too, but aside from that, like, he didn't work on the game. Like, honestly.
Like, I'm pretty sure if the skins, they had to ask for it.
Yeah. Like I'm sure of that, like with AR, it was just him just approving things. Which if he's going, and I'm going to say, if he's going to approve Clown Springtrap, ain't no way he's not approving a Blighted Springtrap skin. Plus, come on, it could look so dope. And my only hope is that they don't Wesker it. Now, if you don't know what that means, Wesker is one of my least favorite Blighted skins because it had so much potential to be such a cool idea. Imagine the Blighted serum mixing in with his Ouroboros. Wouldn't that be cool? That's totally what they did, right? No. They just have him glow orange slightly. And I have never been...
Unfortunately, that may be due to Capcom. I'm wondering if that may be the case.
I mean, Blighted Nemesis looks really good. And got a lot of visual change.
Oh, yeah. Fair. I don't know, then.
Yeah, who knows? Like, who knows? But again, point is that I think it could be really cool. Like, imagine the suit literally growing inwards and just kind of like Afton's body expanding and filling out the... God, it could be so cool. Look, it's an instant purchase for me, is all I'm saying. Like, the second they drop that trailer and I see it, I'm pulling out my credit card. Like, that is the immediate of what's happening. Wait a minute. Okay, I can get rid of that because I talked about that because that was mixed in. Okay, so now we can talk about the map. Which, first off, I want to say that I actually like the map. I know there's different opinions on it. That, first off, it's not its own unique realm, which I'm pretty sure I heard somewhere that licensed maps wouldn't get their own realms anymore, and going forward would just get you new maps. Which, to explain to George real fast, essentially what that means is like, kind of like, the best example is like Nostromo. That's not a wholly unique map. It was, the basis of it was based off of Singularity's map. And that's essentially what they've done here, where they took the Unknowns map and likely made changes to the overall map, but obviously, like, the main thing they put there was obviously the pizzeria. Despite how much I pushed for, because again, never going to release those videos, so I have to just recap it here. I pushed for the FNAF Fazbear's Fright, the FNAF 3 location. Though I was open to essentially anything that wasn't Security Breach. Mostly because I think Security Breach would have just been made for too much, like too big of a map. Like, there would be no way to balance that. And what they ended up going with is essentially spring locked. It's a place that connects to his character massively. Now, is that connection bigger than him, like, reaching the, like, going to Fazbear's Fright the second he's freed? You know, that one's probably more debatable, but I think there's enough of a connection there that I don't mind this choice. And the elements of the movie, by the way, is, there's three that pop in my mind. The outside of it is literally just a sign from the first movie, which means we have to have Freddy with his stupid white glove.
Oh.
Yeah, and the entryway, it's got that weird arc-looking thing as an entryway, similar to the movie. And it has the chair from the movie as well, where they strapped you in and gave you the Freddy Buzzsaw face. But all around, from what we've seen of the map, I'm very impressed, and I like it. Because it has the main animatronics there, unless your name is Foxy, in which case, get booted, I guess. Yeah, that's something I've noticed, by the way. Fox just isn't there. Like, I don't know what it is recently, but Foxy, you know, the most popular FNAF character almost all the time, yeah, he's just kind of gone lately. He skipped into the pit. He's seemingly not in the Dead by Daylight map. And, like, there's just